Welcome to my channel. It's been a long time, but I finally got the channel going again. There's a topic that is raging in Africa now, and it has to do with one young new African hero, Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore has been in the news, I dare say now, for about a year and a half. He and three other African military leaders in the Sahel region came out, did coups in their country, removed democratically elected governments, and replaced them for the simple fact that they felt that those governments and foreign power that supported them, France, weren't doing enough to protect their communities and their peoples from Tuareg and rebels from northern part of Africa. Ibrahim Traore has gone beyond replacing democratic government by becoming a populist president. He has become a populist military leader who has gone one step further. Him and three of his allies, who now have an alliance of the Sahel, they have gone ahead to create serious tectonic shifts in the geopolitical makeup of the Sahel region of West Africa. For a long time in West Africa, the foreign powers had held significant sway and power. These being France and Britain. France in the francophone part of West Africa, and Britain in the anglophone part of it, particularly Nigeria and Ghana and Gambia. But for the French, they were more entrenched because they had defense pacts with democratic French countries, and economic ties that also included a currency tie. But in taking over from those democratic leaders, Ibrahim Traore and his leaders, his so-called partners in the alliance in Niger Republic and also in Mali, did something very significant. They not only pushed back against the defense ties that they had, they tore it to shreds and they threw out the French, who had always been there for all these years as the protectors of the francophone countries within the West African belt. But they also did another thing. They sparked off a rash of coups, military coups that displaced democratic governments in not only their countries, but also in Guinea and also in Gabon. This created some worries among democratic um, presidents of other countries within the West African bloc, the ECOWAS. Now, recently, something very serious happened. The U.S. general in charge of the Africa Command of the U.S. Military went to Congress and demanded the arrest of Ibrahim Traore, Captain Ibrahim Traore, on the basis of the fact that the allegation being that he was using his country's resource, in this case gold, for his personal aggrandizement. I dare say, I guess, in trying to protect himself and also to distribute wealth. Ibrahim Traore has embarked on a very populist, I dare say also socialist program where he is doing his best to redistribute wealth to his people. Long, old systems of governance and systems of distribution of the country's resource have been upturned, and there's more consideration of distributing wealth to people, giving free education and giving free healthcare and giving systems that are different from what had always existed. So he has become very populist and he has become very popular among his people, and is seen as a hero in the mold of Thomas Sankara and Patrice Lumumba. But when I call Thomas Sankara and I call Patrice Lumumba, I dare say that these are two specific heroes whose rise were cut short by assassinations. And whenever any country has their time in the American Congress to have made it through all the hazards and now discussed in the American Congress is never a good thing for that country. We know that countries like Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, and all the Andorra, they never make it into the American Congress because they are just benign countries. But when Venezuela, Iran, Houthis, Iraq make it to the American Congress, it never bodes well for them. We know what happened to Libya and repeated discussion of Libya and how severally they discussed Putin, and now we see what's going on in Ukraine. So whenever a country comes up in the American Congress, it's never a good thing for them. And when I say in the mold of Patrice Lumumba and Gaddafi and Thomas Sankara, it didn't end well for these past leaders. They were assassinated and they were replaced, they were hounded out, their governments was replaced, and nasty things happened. So when America discusses you, you start to worry. So my worry today is that will America go the whole hog and assassinate Captain Ibrahim Traore? The call here is for his arrest, but we know they have the capacity to also take him out. We know how they took out the Iranian general Soleimani. They've taken out so many, several enemies of the state that they considered enemies of the state. And Ibrahim Traore and his co-travelers in the Sahel may be considered by the Americans as enemies of the state for one simple thing. They are trying to playing their role in defining the new global order. The new global order that is multipolar, that has consideration of America, Russia, and China. In this regard, the Chinese are now the new economic partners of many African states, while the Russians are the security partners of many African states. So when you look at this thing now, and this position, and we know what has happened to so many other African heroes, you get to worry and wonder, will this prompt the Americans to make an overt plan to eliminate Ibrahim Traore? The call for arrest may just be a ruse. The call may just be some formality. But I dare say at this point in time that while that call was made in Congress, it has never come up again. That is, in my consideration, a good thing, but I also worry. It's a good thing because we know that America has its hands full with so many agendas now. There's the agenda in Iran, the agenda in Ukraine, the agenda against China, and all this taking attention away from the agenda against Burkina Faso. We have had a war going on in Sudan, a very brutal internecine war that is not even discussed, never makes it to the front pages of New York Times, never seen put in CNN. So when you see that America has its eyes in other things and other agendas and other geopolitical happenings in the world, that may be a good thing. But in another breath also, that may also create an opportunity for those people in the American government, those rogue elements of the American government who have very strong agendas, beliefs about America's need to project power. And these people, as we know, they have organized several overthrows of government. They have organized using the instrument of the CIA, using the instrument of the NGOs, using the instrument of the US aid. More is being revealed about the role the US aid played in overthrowing so many governments. So when we see all this now and we see what is happening now, we worry and we wonder that could they plot to assassinate or eliminate Ibrahim Traore be ongoing within the corridors of power in some places in the CIA office in Virginia Langley or in some other parts of the world that we don't know? We worry about these things. We know the capacity of America. We know the lethality of their hellfire missiles and their drone reapers and what those things can do. So when you know that these are the things that America can do, if they find you to be an enemy, It's not, it doesn't really bode well. And when so much is going on, something like that can just be done quietly and it won't even make the front pages of the news. And if, no matter how there's a hard and harsh response towards any action taken against Ibrahim Traore, it may already have been done. The deed would have been done already. So you worry and you wonder that is it a good thing that America is distracted, or is it an opportunity for those people who even don't want it to be in the news to have their way? So these are the issues. This is what I worry about, and these are why I say, will there be a plot somehow to assassinate Ibrahim Traore? If you ask me, America has its hands full now, and besides, France also has its hands full. But some people are vengeful, resentful of the goings on in Africa now, the strong movement towards sovereignty, the fact that many African countries are trying to get control of their sovereignty and or their resources, and they want to do things for themselves. And they are building new friendships and new alliances, especially with the Chinese, the Turks, the United Arab Emirates countries. And these countries are doing so much for them, building hospitals, building ports, roads, airports, stadiums, and all. And some people in old colonial institutions may just not like it. So we really don't know. This question of this video then is, will there be a plot to assassinate Ibrahim Traore? I dare say that for now, I don't think it to be. But you never can let you can never let your eyes off the ball. In times like this, when everybody is focused towards China, everybody is focused towards the tariffs against Canada and all that is going on, some people may just sneak up and move beyond arresting Ibrahim Traore to making an attempt to assassinate him. But I would think also that what role will Russia play in trying to protect their new protege? Because now he has told them that my security is in your hands, and it's up to the Russians to protect him in both militarily and in intelligence. He had the instrument of the Wagner group protecting them before, but since the death of Yevgeny Prigozhin, though the Wagner group is more active in the Sahel region now, we really don't know what role they play in his general protection. Dare say that the Russians, I expect, will be sharing intelligence with him and will do all they can to protect him. Well, this is an ongoing thing. We worry about it. We don't know whether it will be sooner or later, but I know that now that it's in the crosshairs of some people in the American Congress, some people in American military, he has gotten under the skin of the French, and it is never going to be an end. This is not the end of it. They will keep coming. They will come for him, and it's up to Africans to find strategies to protect their heroes. And at this point in time, Ibrahim Traore is one of those few heroes. I come to the end of today's video. If you have any suggestions, comments about what I've just discussed on this video, please put it in the comment section. I intend to continue my discourse on geopolitics. It is my forte. It is what I'm strong at. Instead of boring my family and friends, I've decided to take this knowledge of geopolitics and discuss it with the people out there. If you have any comments regarding my worry and fear, if America will assassinate, or if the Western powers will assassinate Ibrahim Traore, put it in the comment section. And if you like what I've discussed today, put it a like, share, and it helps the channel grow. We're starting from the base all over again, so I want you to contribute in helping this channel grow. Thank you for being with me to this point. Thank you. You have a great day.